A peaceful day by the river turned into a nightmare no one could have imagined. A mother, going about her daily routine, vanished in an instant, dragged beneath the water by a force no one could stop. But the horror didn't end there. What followed was something even more unthinkable, a second tragedy that sent shockwaves through the entire village. What really happened that day? In the heart of Indonesia's East Nusa Tenggara province lies the tranquil village of Maumere, where the Ledewera River winds through dense forests and sustains the local community. On a seemingly ordinary day in early February 2025, this serene setting became the backdrop for an unimaginable family tragedy. 64-year-old Avindoki approached the familiar banks of the Ledewera River, her laundry basket in hand. The river's gentle flow had always been a source of comfort and utility for the villagers. As Alvina immersed herself in her routine chore, the sun's rays danced on the water's surface, masking the lurking danger beneath. Without warning, the water erupted. A massive crocodile lunged, its powerful jaws clamping onto Alvina with a force that left no room for escape. Her screams pierced the air, shattering the midday calm. Her husband, Gabriel Sinho, was nearby and rushed to her aid. Desperation fueled his every move as he hurled rocks at the formidable predator, but his efforts were in vain. The crocodile, undeterred, dragged Alvina into the murky depths, leaving Gabriel helpless on the shore. Imagine witnessing a loved one vanish before your eyes, powerless to intervene. As dusk settled, the village was enveloped in a somber haze. The community rallied together, forming a search party to locate Alvina. Among them was her 35-year-old son, Wilsilius Lomi. The bond between mother and son was profound, and the thought of her being lost to the river's depths was unbearable. Equipped with flashlights that cast long shadows on the riverbank, the group scoured the area, calling out Alvina's name. The symphony of nocturnal creatures provided an eerie backdrop to their grim task. Driven by a mix of hope and despair, Wilsilius ventured further ahead, determined to find any trace of his mother. In the oppressive silence, a sudden splash sent ripples through the water. Before Wilsilius could react, the same formidable beast that had claimed his mother struck again. The crocodile's jaws clamped onto him, pulling him into the river's depths with terrifying efficiency. His cries were brief, swallowed by the darkness and the river's relentless current. Consider the anguish of a father who, in the span of hours, loses both wife and son to the same merciless predator. The following morning, hope gave way to despair as Wilsilius's lifeless body was discovered approximately 500 meters from the initial attack site. Claw and tear wounds marred his legs and abdomen, stark evidence of the violent encounter. Assistant Police Commissioner Yusuf Tara Pajang confirmed the tragic discovery, and Wilsilius was brought home for burial rites steeped in sorrow. The search for Alvina's remains continued, with the community grappling with the dual loss. This devastating event underscores a growing concern in Indonesia, the increasing frequency of human-crocodile conflicts. As human populations expand and encroach upon natural habitats, such encounters have become more common, often with fatal outcomes. What measures can be taken to prevent such tragedies in regions where humans and predators share the same space? In the wake of this incident, local authorities have been prompted to reassess safety protocols and raise awareness about the dangers lurking in natural water bodies. Educational campaigns aim to inform residents about the risks and encourage safer practices, such as using designated washing areas away from known crocodile habitats. For the villagers of Maumere, the Ledewera River, once a symbol of life and sustenance, now serves as a haunting reminder of nature's unpredictability and the thin line between coexistence and peril. It starts with a ripple, a quiet disturbance in the water, barely noticeable, until it's too late. One moment, a fisherman is casting his net, a child is playing by the riverbank, or a woman is washing clothes. The next, the water explodes, and something powerful, ancient, and relentless pulls its victim under. Crocodile attacks in Indonesia are becoming disturbingly common, especially in East Nusa Tenggara. The rivers and lakes that have sustained communities for generations are now places of fear, where every step near the water's edge feels like a gamble with death. But this isn't just nature running its course. It's a crisis driven by human actions. Expanding villages, deforestation, and environmental destruction are forcing these prehistoric predators into closer contact with people, turning routine activities into deadly encounters. Indonesia now holds a grim record, the highest number of crocodile attacks in the world. Over the past decade, more than 1,000 incidents have been reported, resulting in at least 486 deaths. These numbers are not just statistics. They represent lives lost in horrifying ways, entire families torn apart in a matter of seconds. In East Nusa Tenggara alone, at least 100 crocodile attacks have been recorded, with 60% proving fatal. The vast majority of victims, 84%, were men, and 3 out of 4 attacks happened while fishing. This means that for the people relying on these waters for their livelihood, every trip to the river is a risk they have no choice but to take. But what's behind this surge in attacks? It's not just crocodiles growing more aggressive, it's humans pushing them into a corner. Deforestation, mining, and habitat destruction have forced these massive predators out of their natural hunting grounds, driving them into human-populated areas. In East Nusa Tenggara, illegal tin mining has destroyed vast stretches of mangroves, which are crucial breeding grounds for crocodiles. With nowhere else to go, they are showing up in places where people least expect them. One devastating example occurred in the village of Bukit Layang, Bangka Regency, where a 5-year-old girl named Kaka was dragged underwater while bathing near her home. The water source was once a tin mining crater, now turned into a lake, unknowingly attracting crocodiles. What was once a human-made disaster had become a deadly trap. For locals, these attacks are no longer shocking. They are expected. The fear of crocodiles has seeped into everyday life, yet many continue to use the rivers out of necessity. Without proper awareness or warning systems, they unknowingly put themselves at risk. Some believe the attacks are punishment from spirits, while others view them as a direct consequence of environmental destruction. Either way, the reality remains the same. Without action, the attacks will only continue to rise. Solving this crisis will require more than just hunting down aggressive crocodiles. It demands a deeper understanding of why these attacks are happening and what can be done to prevent them. Conservation efforts must focus on restoring habitats, keeping human settlements away from crocodile territory, and educating communities about the dangers. If nothing changes, the rivers of Indonesia will continue to claim more lives, and the balance between humans and nature will tilt even further toward disaster. The tragic events involving Alvina Doki and her son, Wilcilius Lomi, are not isolated incidents, but part of a troubling pattern. Indonesia has witnessed a concerning rise in crocodile attacks, with over 1,000 incidents reported in the past decade, leading to 486 fatalities. This alarming trend has left communities grappling with fear and uncertainty. To comprehend the underlying causes, it's essential to explore the factors contributing to these aggressive encounters. Could human activities be pushing crocodiles closer to villages? Experts point to illegal tin mining as a significant contributor. On Bangka Island, mining operations have severely degraded natural habitats, forcing crocodiles to seek new territories. This encroachment brings them perilously close to human settlements, increasing the likelihood of encounters. The destruction of riverbanks and pollution of waterways disrupt the crocodile's environment, making them more prone to venture into areas populated by people. Is the depletion of natural prey driving crocodiles to attack humans? Overfishing and environmental changes have led to a scarcity of fish, the primary food source for these reptiles. As their food becomes scarce, crocodiles may approach human-inhabited areas in search of sustenance. This desperate quest for food can result in tragic encounters, as seen in various regions across Indonesia. The imbalance in the ecosystem caused by human exploitation forces these predators to adapt in ways that bring them into conflict with humans. Could cultural practices and local beliefs influence human-crocodile interactions? In many Indonesian communities, crocodiles are revered, often seen as ancestral spirits or guardians of waterways. Some locals believe that attacks are omens or signs of spiritual displeasure, suggesting that disrespecting these creatures or their habitats can provoke aggression. This cultural perspective adds a complex layer to the issue, as traditional beliefs intersect with modern challenges of wildlife conservation and human safety. Understanding these factors is crucial for developing effective strategies to prevent future tragedies. By addressing habitat destruction, regulating fishing practices, and respecting cultural beliefs, communities can work towards peaceful coexistence with these ancient predators. Education and awareness are key components, empowering locals to take proactive measures in safeguarding both their lives and the lives of these vital creatures. The incident surrounding the tragic deaths of a mother and her son in Mau, East Nusa Tenggara, Indonesia, has cast a somber shadow over the community. In early February 2025, while washing clothes in the Ledawero River, the mother was fatally attacked by a crocodile. Her son, in a desperate attempt to find her, also fell victim to the same predator. This heart-wrenching event has ignited a profound response from local authorities and villagers, aiming to prevent such tragedies in the future. In the immediate aftermath, the community rallied together, conducting extensive search operations to recover the mother's body. Despite their relentless efforts, her remains have yet to be found, deepening the family's anguish. This incident is not isolated. East Nusa Tenggara has witnessed a surge in crocodile attacks over the past decade. A study compiling 100 attacks between 2009 and 2018 revealed that 60% were fatal, with West Timor accounting for 70% of these incidents. Could human activities be intensifying these deadly encounters? Environmental degradation, particularly from illegal tin mining, has been identified as a significant contributor. Abandoned mining pits often become water-filled, attracting crocodiles closer to human settlements. Overfishing further exacerbates the problem by depleting the crocodile's natural prey, compelling them to seek alternative food sources near populated areas. In response to the escalating threat, local authorities have implemented several preventive measures. Warning signs have been erected along riverbanks, cautioning residents about the dangers of crocodile-infested waters. Educational campaigns aim to inform villagers about crocodile behavior, emphasizing the importance of avoiding high-risk activities such as fishing or bathing in known habitats. However, these initiatives face challenges due to deeply rooted cultural beliefs. Is there a cultural dimension influencing these interactions? Many communities in East Nusa Tenggara revere crocodiles as ancestral spirits or guardians of waterways. This cultural reverence can lead to hesitation in implementing control measures against these creatures, even in the face of increased attacks. Balancing respect for cultural traditions with the imperative of safeguarding human lives presents a complex dilemma for policymakers and community leaders. To address the root causes of human-crocodile conflicts, there is a growing call for stricter enforcement of environmental regulations. Curbing illegal mining activities and overfishing is essential to restore the natural balance and reduce the likelihood of crocodiles encroaching upon human habitats. Additionally, habitat restoration projects aim to provide crocodiles with sufficient space and resources, minimizing their interactions with local populations. The tragic events in Mau have served as a catalyst for change, prompting collaborative efforts between the community and authorities. By integrating environmental conservation, cultural sensitivity, and public safety, these initiatives strive to prevent future incidents and foster a harmonious coexistence between humans and crocodiles. Through education, regulation, and respect for cultural heritage, there is hope that such devastating encounters can be averted, ensuring the safety and well-being of both the community and the wildlife that shares their environment. The shocking loss of both mother and son to the same crocodile has left the people of Mau deeply shaken, but it has also forced them to confront a harsh reality. These attacks are becoming more frequent, and something needs to change. While the immediate response has focused on searching for the mother's body and offering support to the grieving family, a much larger conversation is now unfolding about how to prevent future tragedies. One of the biggest challenges is the delicate balance between respecting local beliefs and ensuring public safety. Many in the region still view crocodiles as sacred creatures, which makes the idea of hunting or relocating them a controversial one. But at the same time, with attacks rising, some are beginning to question whether these beliefs should be adjusted for the sake of survival. Authorities are walking a fine line, trying to educate communities about the dangers without completely disregarding cultural traditions. So, what happens next? The search for answers has led experts to propose new strategies, including better surveillance of high-risk areas, stronger environmental protections, and even the possibility of creating designated water access points for villages that are built to keep crocodiles out. Some believe that stricter rules on illegal fishing and mining could help restore balance to the ecosystem, ensuring that crocodiles don't become desperate enough to view humans as prey. Others argue that relocation programs, while costly, might be the best way to separate crocodiles from densely populated areas. But even with these potential solutions, one harsh truth remains. Humans and crocodiles are being forced into closer contact than ever before, and unless real action is taken, more lives will likely be lost. The tragedy in Mau is not just an isolated incident, it is part of a growing pattern, and it serves as a warning. Whether it leads to meaningful change or fades into just another heartbreaking story depends on the willingness of both the community and authorities to take decisive steps. Will this incident finally be the turning point, or will it be yet another reminder of the dangers lurking in the waters of East Nusa Tenggara, waiting for the next victim? One thing is certain: doing nothing is no longer an option. Nature can be both breathtaking and unforgiving, and this tragedy is a chilling reminder of that. Should more be done to protect people from these deadly encounters, or is this simply the risk of living near wild predators? What do you think the best solution is? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. Thanks for watching.